Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Even families earning six figures feel stuck, trapped in an endless cycle. You work harder each year, yet freedom feels further away. We were told the American dream was simple: work hard, buy a house, and retire at 65. But the reality is much harsher. People are working longer, retiring later, and running out of money faster than ever. The system teaches us to wait until the end of life for freedom. But the truth is, by then, most people are too tired or too late. Real freedom only comes if you take it back early. What if everything you were taught about money, success, and security was upside down? What if the very rules you trusted were the ones keeping you trapped? It's a question that can change everything. Imagine waking up at 60, realizing you traded 40 years of your life for a job you didn't love. And after all that sacrifice, you still don't have the freedom you dreamed of. That's a nightmare too many people face. If you don't act differently, you'll keep chasing the same mirage until your best years are gone. But the good news is there is another path, a path that can buy back your freedom decades earlier. Here's the truth: you don't need to wait until 65 to live free. In fact, 7 sacrifices you make today can buy you back decades of freedom. Hey, I'm John, and welcome to Cash Plan with John. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss strategies that free your time and money. Quick note: this video is for educational purposes only. I'm here to share ideas, not financial advice. We'll walk through 7 powerful sacrifices that sound hard at first, but each one buys back years of your life. Stick with me until the end, because the last one is the real game changer. In this video, 7 sacrifices that buy back decades of freedom. Let's dive in. Here's the truth: every time we earn more, society whispers, upgrade, bigger car, bigger house, fancier lifestyle. But the freedom we trade for these upgrades is invisible until decades are gone. Most people don't notice, but the average American spends 30 to 40% of a raise within the first year. That's money that could have bought back decades of time and freedom. Imagine if instead of upgrading, you simply pocketed the raise. Over time, every $10,000 increase could snowball into more than $100,000 working for your freedom. Society says you deserve the upgrade, the luxury car, the big house. But every new purchase is like adding a heavier chain that keeps you running in place. It's like running on a treadmill. No matter how fast you go, you never actually move forward. Lifestyle inflation traps you in endless motion without progress. The solution is simple but powerful. Lock in your lifestyle at one level, and let every raise fuel your freedom instead of your spending. That's how you buy back decades of life. Your first home doesn't need to be your forever home. Too many people rush into buying the big house, thinking it means they've made it. But starting simple can save you from decades of heavy financial pressure. Did you know the average U.S. mortgage eats up more than 30% of income? That's money that could have gone to travel, investments, or buying back your time. Downsizing or waiting can save you hundreds of thousands. A smaller house now means a bigger life later. You can choose memories, travel, and experiences over empty rooms and extra bathrooms. That freedom is worth more than square footage. We're told that a bigger house means success, but often it means stress, debt, and no escape plan. True success is freedom, not a fancy mortgage. Think of it like carrying a backpack. Every extra room is another brick weighing you down. The more you add, the harder it is to climb towards freedom. Sometimes, less really is more. Start with a simple home and upgrade later when you're free. The dream house is sweeter when it doesn't come with chains of debt. Build your life first. Your mansion can wait. A car's real job is to get you from point A to point B, not point A to broke. Too many people drain their future just to look flashy today. A car should be freedom, not a financial prison. Here's the ugly truth: a brand new car loses 20 to 30% of its value the second you drive it off the lot. Over decades, that adds up to hundreds of thousands of dollars lost. It's like setting your money on fire every few years. Imagine instead you drive a reliable used car that's already paid off. Now, instead of monthly payments, you're stacking investments. That choice alone can buy you an entire decade of freedom. The world claps for the person in the shiny ride. But here's the truth. Those car payments are one of the biggest wealth killers. You might look rich today, but you're trading tomorrow for applause. Buying luxury cars is like pouring money into a black hole on wheels. The shine fades fast, but the debt sticks around. It's a trap disguised as success. The smarter path: buy smart, and let your money work for you instead of your car dealer. Skip the ego purchase today, and you'll thank yourself for decades. Too many of us live for likes and buy things just to impress people who don't even care. It's exhausting, expensive, and in the end, it never feels enough. The more we chase approval, the emptier our wallets and our hearts become. On average, Americans spend over $100 a month just trying to keep up with trends. Over a lifetime, that's more than $100,000 gone. Money that could have built real freedom. Imagine what else that money could do if invested, instead of wasted. But here's the truth. When you stop caring what your neighbors or social media think, you finally breathe easier. You gain time, money, and peace that no one can take away. Real wealth isn't about showing off. It's about living free. The trap is this: social media glamorizes fake wealth. Flashy cars, luxury vacations, designer clothes. Most of it isn't real. But people spend their lives chasing this illusion. It's like running a race where the finish line keeps moving farther away. No matter how fast you run, you'll never get there. That's the reality of chasing status. The solution is simple but powerful. Choose freedom over flex. Spend based on your values, not vanity. When you do, life stops being a competition and starts being an adventure worth living. Your daily habits may feel small, but over time they shape your entire future. That daily drink, cigarette, or subscription adds up in ways you don't notice. What feels harmless now can silently steal decades of freedom later. Think about it. A $10 a day habit doesn't feel like much, right? But stretched over 20 years, that's over $100,000 gone. And if you invested it instead, it could easily double into a fortune. Now imagine trading that bar tab for a family vacation. Instead of waking up tired and broke, you're creating memories that last a lifetime. One choice shifts your whole life's story. But society tells you it's normal. Everyone drinks, smokes, or gambles. The truth is, normal is what keeps people stuck. If you follow the crowd, you'll end up stuck with the crowd. It's like poking a hole in your own boat and then wondering why you're sinking. Every vice, no matter how small, keeps draining your freedom little by little. You can't sail far if you're leaking from the inside. The solution isn't complicated. Cut it, replace it, or reduce it, and every sacrifice today adds years of freedom tomorrow. Small changes now can rewrite the ending of your story. Weddings are beautiful moments, but too often they come with a price tag that lasts longer than the marriage. The average U.S. wedding costs over $30,000. That's not just a party, that's a down payment on freedom. Society tells us that your wedding should be the biggest day of your life, filled with luxury and spectacle. But the truth is, the debt lasts far longer than the celebration. One night of glory shouldn't chain you for decades. It's like renting happiness for one night, only to pay interest for years to come. The music fades, the flowers wilt, but the bills keep arriving. True love doesn't need a price tag this heavy. Instead of going into debt for a giant wedding, imagine a smaller, more meaningful celebration. You get the joy, the love, and the memories without the lifelong financial burden. Freedom is the gift that keeps on giving. Your wedding can be magical without draining your future. Think of it as the beginning of a journey together, not a one-night performance. The true adventure starts after the party. At the end of the day, love isn't measured by the size of the wedding, but by the strength of the bond. Choose memories, choose freedom, choose a future you both can enjoy. That's worth more than any ballroom chandelier. Many people keep jumping from job to job, chasing a shiny new title. But what they don't see is how much long-term security they're giving up. A bigger paycheck now can cost you decades later. Switching jobs for just a few $1,000s more feels exciting in the moment. But every reset means losing benefits, retirement growth, and the power of consistency. Imagine instead sticking with a solid plan, letting your investments compound year after year. That steady path quietly builds real wealth, while job hopping keeps you starting over. The system sells us the idea that status equals success. But the truth is, chasing titles is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic busy, but it changes nothing. Real success isn't about the title under your name, it's about the freedom to live life on your terms. Freedom beats titles every time. So stop chasing prestige. Focus instead on stability, building wealth, and crafting a clear exit plan. That's how you buy back decades of freedom. So, the 7 sacrifices that buy back decades of freedom. Cut lifestyle inflation. Delay the dream house. Skip luxury cars. Stop status spending. Cut vices. Celebrate smart. And break free from job chasing. Freedom doesn't come from earning more. It comes from choosing less, so you can live more. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe to Cash Plan with John, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment. Which sacrifice do you think is hardest, and which one are you willing to make? This is Cash Plan with John. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Thanks for watching. My friend, here's to buying back your time and living free sooner.